Yo, Zagonite here. Welcome to Escape from Precinct 27. If you are looking for a game key giveaway, it is in this video. I have 5 game keys hidden throughout this, and there might be more. Who knows? So take a look, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, what was that sound? Oh gosh, my ears are ringing. It sounded like a bomb dropped or something. Felt like it too. The whole room was shaking. This is just like that episode of Law Patrol where the precinct gets attacked by terrorists and Officer Dave. Well, I don't want to think about that right now. No way something like that would happen here. Rourketown is probably the safest city in the world. And the town motto is literally safety above all. Unless it was that dastardly B-I-G-M-A-C, I guess. I can't think straight while this alarm is blaring. Which lever is it that turns it off? That's one of them. Let's go! All right, disable the alarm. At least the noise has stopped. It's so quiet now, and it looks like shutting off the alarm reactivated the camera somehow. That's weird. Well, we got a scene going on in there. Oh gosh, it looks like the deputy doing the interrogation got hit with a beam. He's not moving. I hope he's all right. I hope he's all right is a crazy statement when you see his head is destroyed and his brains are on the table. I should look around my booth a little and make sure everything is ship-shape over here. Cool. So, we got this. That's the evidence locker. It's full of a bunch of contraband. They have it closed to the pneumatic tube system so that I can send down evidence when they need it to nail a perp during an interrogation. It's pre-locked shut and they haven't issued me keys yet. There's no way I could get in there with my bare hands. You have bare hands? 4 and 2. Okay, cool. Can't do any of this. We got wanted posters over here too. Can't interact with them yet. Hang in there. Hey, just hang in there, raccoon. That guy was such a meme back in the early 30s. I can already tell he's gonna provide years of motivation for me in this job. I hope. Looks like there's a little bit of a paper or something wedged behind it. Yeah, I tried to get the paper out, sure. Ah, fiddlesticks, I tore it! Looks like my Uncle just like my Uncle Bongo used to say, I don't know my own strength. Looks like there was something back there, though. Let me take a look. Something about password requirements. Now, see, passwords. I've played this part in the demo already, but I'm gonna play it for you guys still. Password. I guess this must be from the employee handbook. I vaguely remember leafing through that after orientation last week. Pet name and birth year, huh? That'd be a pretty good idea. Mine would be Lucky Pete 2004. That's a heck of a password. There's the door. I should go get help. The doorknob's not turning. And why is the light on the electronic lock red? Oh gosh, am I locked in? Frick, what do I do? Bang on the door and scream for help. We'll keep looking for a way out. You gotta keep a cool head here, Harry, I have to keep my cool like Officer Dave did in his final moments when he rescued all those kittens from the precinct lockup as the building started to collapse around him. I mean, sure, they were gangsters, but he still did it. Gave his life to save them. I'd do the same for any cat. That's real heroism. Gosh, I wish I was at home watching Paw Patrol, instead of trapped inside an episode. I'm sure if I look around some more, I can think of something. Okay, sure. So, we can examine the door. We can examine and look in the trash, or examine this poster. Be a dog. Rat out a friend. Crazy. Nothing happened. I tore the poster. That's sad. I like this poster. Somebody's thrown a copy of the employee operation manual into the trash. I guess I could brush up on my protocol a bit. Yeah, let's look it on. Look at it. Semper Obediere. Golly, this thing is thick. It's gotta be like 50 pages long. Who could read all that? Must have been written when people had longer attention spans, am I right? Am I right, chat? You guys have no attention span. It looks like there was some manila folders in behind the trash here. I wonder what those could be. Maybe I could take a look at them later. Anyway, no way I could read the whole thing now. Not without my coffee. Maybe if I took it one section at a time. Let's move on for now. I have a feeling that we'll need to investigate that later. Let's see what's going on here. Deputy Harry. This is 27, can you hear me on your comms? Deputy Harry, report in immediately. Yeah, 27! I can hear you! That's Chief Inspector 27 to you, Deputy. Or Miss 27. Is there a Mr. 27? Deputy, I can't believe you would choose now of all times to try to flirt with me, your boss. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm just naturally investigative, inquisitive, if you will. Does your necklace say law? Because I'm trying to break a few of those, if you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to get any charges here, so. 27 is my designation, not my name, obviously. Designation? What does the 27 mean? What it means, Harry, is that I'm the boss, and that you're just about the greenest rookie this precinct has ever seen. So if you're done asking about my personal life, maybe we can focus on the bomb that just detonated in our station. What caused the explosion? It was a bomb. Are you stupid? I literally it must have been a big one. This facility was designed to withstand a nuclear blast, so this one was at least nuclear +1. Oh, that sounds bad. It is bad, Harry. Very bad. I'm scared! I didn't think I swallowed my gum! Snap out of it, Deputy. But it'll be stuck in my digestive tract for 7 years! You idiot, that's just a myth. Gum is typically made of indigestible materials such as resins, wax, and flavorings. Studies have shown that most swallowed gum is excreted in the stool within 24 to 48 hours. Golly! So for the love of God, Harry, forget the gum and pull yourself together. In case you haven't noticed, we've been rocked by the largest explosion this precinct has ever seen. And I'm not talking about the time I brought Mr. 27 here. That's a different kind of explosion, Harry. Okay, whatever you say, I'm moving on from that. The bomb! Were we under attack? Who would want to hurt the police? Justice has many enemies, Harry. It's hard as fuck. But for all we know, the bomb wasn't even pointed at us. We won't know anything until we can get a line to the outside. As it stands, my blast knocked out all of our bleeding edge systems. All of them? I'm looking at the wall of red lights, Harry. Tranquilizer, gas, down. Truth serum deregulator, down. Trapdoors to giant spike pits, offline. Restraints to cop lion and experimental cop/lion hybrid, disengaged. Harry, even the AI-powered vending machine is on the fritz. But Lunch GPT is where I get my lunch! I can't. It's too funny. When an AI makes my lunch for me, I'll retire. I don't want to do this anymore at that point. The only systems still online are the panic locks, the lock intercom, and the pneumatic tube system, the lights, and your surveillance terminal for whatever reason. Oh, Willikers! Willikers is right, Harry. You're fucked. Now listen up. The panic locks are extremely powerful electromagnetic locks that automatically trigger when the station believes it is under attack. Believes? Nothing can open those doors, including the one to your booth, while the power to them is running. There's a breaker box at the end of the hallway that controls the power to each lock, but you'd have to get out of your booth first to operate it, which is, as I said, impossible. Can't you just come rescue me? Isn't that kind of your job? You're like the supervisor. Focus, Harry. That's not important for you to know at this time, is it? Semper obidiere. Wow. Semper obidiere. Why does that sentence make me feel so calm? It's like I just hit my vape. It's not important for me to know at this time. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Now, according to the schematics Dr. Python left with us, there's only one door that hasn't been retrofitted with automatic panic locks. The door just uses a regular lock and key. The door to interview room 3. That's the room I saw on my display with the unconscious deputy. And it's just our luck that at the time of the explosion, that room was occupied by 2 suspects. This is where you come in, Harry. I need you to get on the comms and convince those 2 suspects to help you escape. How do I do that? It's now your job to answer that kind of question, Harry. You need to break those suspects out of the interview room somehow and guide them to the breaker box in the hallway so they can set you free. According to my files, their names are Becca and Nance. Sweet talk them, threaten them, say anything you need to say to make them comply. Well, I've never talked to an actual girl suspect before. What if they're mean to me? Harry, they're criminal suspects. I can guarantee that they will be at least a little mean. Oh, beans! Well, I don't like it when people are mean to me. Listen, Harry, you've got to rise to the occasion. You want to be Mr. Harry? Mr. Harry is Mr. You want to be Mr. 27? Mr. 27 stays rising, okay? My career, and less importantly, your life, are both hanging by a thread. I don't know. This is a lot of responsibility. For fuck's sake, just do it, Harry. I got him. I'm trying to be Mr. 27. Convince Becca and Nance to break out of the interview room and power down the panic locks from the hallway consoles. I'll convince Becca and Nance to break out of the interview room and power down the panic locks from the hallway console. Look at the evidence locker in your booth. Maybe there are some things in there that could help. Just be careful how many times you use the pneumatic tube. Who knows how much damage it took from the blast? Oh, that's okay. I've got to go deal with another problem, but remember, Harry, I'm always watching. There's another problem? Well, I guess there's many problems right now. Okay, so we've got to activate the intercom at some point. How am I supposed to use the evidence locker? Oh, right, it's locked. It's not going to be able to help anybody like this. Hey, 27, you read me? The evidence locker's locked. It wouldn't be much of a locker if it wasn't. Unlock it with your key. Yeah, but you see, I don't have a key yet. Personnel told me that a copy wouldn't be issued to me until today. Yeah, I guess that is a problem, isn't it? Maybe we could, shut up, Harry. Let me think. I think I have something here in my office I can send you. Send me? Just a minute. So you have a new, okay, the pneumatic tube system controls between multiple rooms, not just me and the suspect interrogation room. So that's a cool thing to establish first. So Harry, if you check the pneumatic tube in your booth, you'll find a pair of bolt cutters that I had in my office. You can use them to snap the lock. Why did you have bolt cutters in your office? Have you ever listened to Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple? Hey, have you ever listened to Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple? Have I? Fiona Apple is a national treasure. Especially since she completed her EGOT in 2032, her music has never been more relevant. I might be a tightly wound police chief, Harry, but I still have blood running through my veins. What's your favorite song on the album? Shamika, Easy. Oh, hell yeah. That's a good one. Now get going, Harry. Find a way out. Time is of the essence. And remember, I'm always watching. Okay. Cool. Let's grab the bolt cutter. So we got the bolt cutters. We're going to clip this open. Die, lock. Buckle and break under the force of my special brand of justice. And we'll just throw them on in there. So now we've got milk. We've got bone saw. We've got gloves. We've got vape. And we've got condoms. The real crime is that these didn't get used. That's a knee slapper. Pull it together, Harry. These are criminal condoms. Let's see. I want to know. Ooh, cherry flavor. I've always wondered how these things taste. All the cool kids used to have these when I was a teenager. I can't believe they're still a thing. They're supposed to be good for stress, right? Oh, hell yeah. We're going in. Take a toot. That's no cherry flavor I know. Wildberry at best. People really enjoy these things? I should try it again later to make sure I still don't like it. Don't worry, I guaranteed we'll be trying it again later. Guaranteed. Okay, let's activate the intercom, right? We need to get an established link with these guys. Hello? Is this thing working? Can anybody hear me in there? Deputy? Are you alrighty? Oh, listen, anyone who can hear me, this is, call yourself Officer Harold Bemis. To the game devs of this game, a crazy thing is that just a close friend of mine, just one letter off from having this exact name, Harold Bemis, is like literally one letter away. Crazy. Officer Harold Bemis? But I'm a deputy. Won't they see through that like in a second? You have to project confidence, Harry. Harry, be the cop that you know is inside of you. Okay, I can do this. Be the cop I know is inside me. This is, Harry. I'm a deputy here at the prison. It's my second day. Going off script already, huh, Harry? Yeah, I think I have an idea. You think? Yeah, okay. All right. Try it out. I guess you can't get any more screwed than you are now. Listen, I'm trapped up here. I need somebody to help get me out. I don't know if there's anyone else alive in the precinct but us. If you can hear me, maybe we can help each other out. I help you escape. You help me escape. Capiche capuche? Carpe diem? What do you think? It's funny, Harry. We were thinking of getting out, so I didn't think we can trust. I don't think we can trust someone called Harry, though. Zoomer ass name. Oh. Hey there. Thank goodness you're both okay. It seems like we're both in pretty bad situations right now. I'm not a cop. I'm just a regular guy working a shift. What do you say? Maybe if we work together, we can find a way out. This is pretty good, Harry. Textbook stuff. Building rapport. Not bad. Honestly, I just don't think we can ever trust someone named Harry. Isn't that Mr. Duckworth's first name? Fucking ew. It probably is, too. Pervert name for sure, then. I don't think it's fair to slander all people with a certain first name as per. I don't think it's fair to hold innocent teens without charges. Yeah, we want to get lawyered up. Give us our phone call or whatever. Oh, look, my radio isn't picking anyone up, so guess I can't help, guess you can't help us then. Goodbye, Harry. These teens are mean. Oh, Red, you asked if the game codes expire. They do not expire. No, you are able to use them. You can just type in the link to it, and you'll be able to link it to an itch account, which is very simple to make if you don't have one, and it just requires an email. So, okay, that didn't go terrible. Your instincts aren't bad, Harry, but they still wouldn't agree to help me, and they did refer to me as a pervert. They wouldn't, and they didn't. But it's good news for you that they're alive. Now you have a chance of getting out of here. If they can find a way out of this interrogation room, they might be able to turn off the panic locks. Listen, Harry, I'm needed somewhere else. Anywhere that's not near you. Keep trying with Becca and Nance. I'll be watching. But, okay, so we need to establish rapport with them. So we gotta do something to help them out. Probably gonna have to send these guys their votes. Why not try it again? What possible consequence could there be to one more toot? Yep, still gross. But I like how it gives me something to do with my hands. Did anything happen if I do it again? This thing's kind of relaxing, actually. Starting to see why people like these. I'm way less anxious about wanting to toot off this vape. I'm way less anxious about my newly developed anxiety of not having a vape anymore. So throw this back in there now that I've become addicted to nicotine. That's wonderful. Love that for me. We'll take a look around again. Now, I don't think we have to do anything other than we need to establish some more rapport with these guys. So let's talk to them again. Hey, Becca! Nance? You there? I think I need your help. Can we talk? We'll never help you, pig. Yeah, eat shit, piggy. I will not eat fecal matter, young lady. This guy is even more beta than I could have imagined. It gets me every time. Christ, yeah. Fecal matter? Like he's David Planet Earth. This is my favorite joke. You're talking about David Attenborough. Put respect on my man's name. I mean, he is watching us through a camera, pervert. Probably getting off on it, too. At least Attenborough had some respect for his subjects, you know? It's not like that. I swear. I just want to help. Oh, we know perfectly well what you want to help with, pervert. All right, let's talk again. Let's talk again. I know they're there. What if we could make a deal? What if I told you that I had access to some things you might be interested in? Doubt anything you have there would help us out, Knock. Well, let's tell him about the bolt cutters first. Well, I want to see what happens if I tell him about the vapes. I have your vapes up here in the evidence locker. I feel like we could, I'll just, chill out a little here. I just recently got addicted to them, too. Oh, yeah? What else you got in that locker, Harry? Do not tell them what's in the locker, Harry. That's privileged information. They do not need access to at this moment. Say you'll send them the vapes. You know. At this point, we're trying to establish a connection, and I'm also trying to give up my newly added nicotine habit, so. I won't tell you what's in the locker, but why don't I send you your vapes? As a peace offering of sorts. Yeah, all right. Send us the vapes and maybe we'll talk. Maybe. Not like it matters. Felt like the world got nuked. Smoke them if you got them, Harry. Oh, I already did. But once more for good measure, just to make sure my addiction stays. Just to make sure that as soon as I'm done with this journey, I still have a firm addiction to nicotine and this vape. Do not ever get addicted to nicotine. If you do like vapes, yes, I'm gonna send them. If you do like vapes, make sure you do it without nicotine. Less dangerous. All right, we just sent it. Harry hears the teens muttering to each other through the surveillance system. I'm so bad with the names. When I don't see their mouths moving, I forget who's who. Oh, thank fuck. He actually sent us our vapes. I thought I was gonna die of anger. Harry, bro, it's good that you sent us our vapes. I thought there was more juice in the cherry one, though. First non-knock move you've made so far. Maybe we misjudged you. Probably not, though, because he's still a confirmed video pervert. So we can work together now. Crack the case. Get out. Fuck it. Whatever. I want out of here. Smells like cat piss. It's lion piss, actually. We don't care, Harry. Oh, sorry. We don't care, Harry. My bad. Okay, Harry. What do you need us to do? Let's start by investigating something. Anything. Let's investigate the door. I'll have them look at the door. Check if it's locked. Can you check out the door? If we're lucky, maybe it's unlocked. We checked that already, moron. No, sorry. We checked that already, moron. It's like the first thing we did after the bomb went off. Literally, what do you take us for? You must think all women are stupid. Misogynist ass. I'm really not. I love it. Yes, get Harry. Let them know. Yeah, wait. You don't have to defend yourself. That's the truth. You don't have to defend yourself here, Harry. They're just messing with you. They're getting in your head. You're not a misogynist. You're a good man. You're a great cop and a better lion. Just humor me and check the door, please. Can you just humor me and check the door? Pretty please? Fine. It's locked, Harry. Happy? Oh no, I'm unhappy. The door is locked. It would have been much more convenient if it had been unlocked, honestly. Maybe I should have searched the body for a key. Okay, so we've investigated the door. I guess let's investigate the body. I'll have them look at the body to ascertain cause of death. Can you check out the body for me? Yeah, sure. Ew, he's dead, bro. I know that. Or I do now, at least. I mean, like, how did he die? Well, there's a big hole in the side of his head. And a giant beam in his skull. So, I think it's safe to say beam. He died by beam. That is how he died, so you could say beam is. Was it you, Harry? Did you kill him, Bemis? Poor guy. Oh, what a way to go. He kind of seemed like an arrogant shit, to be honest, Harry. I won't miss him. Okay, let's investigate the hanging key. Wait, we can investigate the body for the door key? Yeah, let's check. Does the deputy have a key on him? You bet he does. What are we waiting for? You can just get out. Because the keys are cuffed to his wrist, idiot. Misogynist ass. Come on. I'm sure both of you together could drag him over to the door. I know for sure we could too. Shut the fuck up, Nance. We tried that too, Harry. His ankle is cuffed to his leg of his chair. Oh, and the chair is bolted to the floor. That doesn't make any sense. Why would an interrogator be cuffed to his chair? Yeah, why are they cuffing the police officer to the chair? And then cuffing the key to his wrist? Shouldn't that have been, well, you two? You asking me to explain the logic of the prison industrial complex? Nothing you pigs do makes any sense. It's all the same batshit. I think it's about control. They get off on it. Definitely. There's no alternative to prisons. Prison industrial complex? It is my first week here. I would guess I would know. But I feel like, okay, Harry is giving unknowing boomer. I'm trying to play as him. Like, he's not mad. He's not a bad person. I feel like he would just say there's no alternatives to prisons. He's like, it's all he knows, you know? It's what he hears. He's like, yeah, this is what they told me at work, so I'm just gonna say what they say. I don't think there's a reasonable alternative to prisons. All societies face the problems of what to do with people who break the rules. What if the rules are dumb and racist, Harry? And you try to change the rules using the political system. That's how our society works. What if the political system is dumb and racist, Harry? Becca gets me. That's fair. That's fire. Yeah. What if it makes people like us not get a say? People like you? You mean teenagers? No, dumbass. Like poor people and like indigenous people and shit. You have to go and improve your analysis, Harry. It's frankly embarrassing at this point. What would you propose we do with violent criminals, young lady? Violent criminals like us, you mean? It's obvious. Set us free, Harry. Damn. Okay. And they admitted to being violent criminals, but they're also teenagers, and I do like them, so. Okay. And maybe they're just violent criminals of how the current system views them. So let's investigate the hanging key first. Let's see that. What's the deal with the key hanging from the ceiling? Can you try and get it down? Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely not. I feel that was a disproportionate reaction to the very least, to the very reasonable request I made, and I might cry. It's fucking electrified, Harry. 50,000 volts, according to the panel on the ceiling. Oh. Okay. No way we're touching that thing without some kind of protection. Who the fuck hangs an electrified key from the ceiling? Dude, seriously, they're divas. Fucking psycho Alex Horn shit. Wait, I don't get that reference. I need to know who Alex Horn is. I'm looking it up real quick. We're pausing for a second so I can know who Alex Horn is. Well, he's a comedian. At least that's the first thing that came up. Is Alex Horn is a Alexander James Jeffrey Holm is an English comedian and takes the creator of the BAFTA award-winning TV series Taskmaster, to which he is the role of an assistant in the Taskmaster, Greg Davies. He's a host and band leader of the comedic band Horn Section. I'll have to check this out. Okay. Back to the game. What does the key look like? Does it look like it opens the door? No, it's too small for that. It looks like it might fit in the cuffs. Well, that's one mystery solved, at least. Wait, the cuffs have... We need to investigate the handcuffs. They have a key? To figure out how they work. Can you check out the handcuffs? Is there anything weird about them? They got, like, screen and lights on them and shit. They're fancy handcuffs. Your budget has got to be out of control. there's a keyhole in the middle, but also like a big blue button. I guess we push the button. Can you try pushing the button? Sure, whatever. Who cares if it's a bomb or something, right, Harry? I didn't think of that. Nance pushes the button. Say the unlock password now. What? What is not the unlock password? Handcuffed 4 attempts remain before self-destruction. Thank you for choosing Cuff GPT. Well, Harry, you moved us all just a little closer to death. I didn't mean to. Obviously not. You do harm without even trying. Nance, push the... Just because you exist, the world is worse. Goddamn. We still have 4 tries to figure out the pass. Thank you, Harry. We all heard the talking bomb cuffs. Or if I could figure out the password somehow. Maybe I should ask them to search the body again for clues. I should probably look around my security booth some more to see if there are any other hints here. Maybe there's something helpful in the employee operation manual, too. Okay, so we've investigated everything. I think the 2 things that we need to do is we need to figure out how to get the key from the ceiling, the electrified 50k volt ceiling, and we need to get, because that's going to be the first set of keys that unlocks the first part of this handcuffs. And we also have Cuff GPT, just like our Lunch GPT, probably from the same company, whatever Chat GPT evolves into in the future. And that means that we now have just 2 things to figure out. We need to figure out how to get this off of that ceiling, and they need to not be electrified doing that, which means they need something to cut the string or this wire. This obviously it's metal if it's electrified. And then the other one is gonna need like some kind of password. So we saw like a password thing here, but I wanna check the handbook first. Look at the manila folder. Let's examine, I haven't even opened this yet. Let's examine this. This is me. It's my personnel file. That's awkward. Shouldn't be looking at this. Known quantity. The heck does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Rude. Now that I think about it, it was kind of a weird interview. They asked me more questions about Lucky Pete than they asked about me. Huh. Why? Why are they asking about my cat? I hope Petey's all right. I'm sure it wasn't a big enough explosion to get him all the way out there in the suburbs. Right? Seems like only yesterday that I rescued him from the south side knife pits. What? There's knife pits? He was just a little kitten then. Yeah, I'm getting emotional. Pull yourself together, Harry. For Lucky Pete's sake. Okay. So... what else? We wanted to look at the operations manual, and I want to see... First, I think the guy who made this is Dr. Python. Look at this. About Dr. Python. Dr. Python is not only the greatest mind of our age, but also the architect and visionary behind Rourketown prison system. A humanitarian by nature, Dr. Python's existence was transformed by the discovery of a simple foundational truth, that the best way to keep people safe is to keep them in prison. Their discovery prompted extensive research and development into theoretical incarceration technology to maximize inmate safety above all other parameters. This involved the creation of brand new processes such as hiring, DEI, spike pit design, and much more. Hiring. Thank God. Thank God Python discovered spike pit design. Gee, this guy sounds pretty great. It's good that humanitarians are designing prisons now. About time, if you ask me. Bet there'll be more great Python facts on the next page. Among Dr. Python's other notable achievements are the ability to compose any genre of poetry, paint in the manner of any famous painter, and create software programs with few security vulnerabilities and robust documentation. Wait, is Dr. Python... Is this just a reference to the program Python in the fact that he's like a sentient version of Python that controls ChatGPT or something? Because he's able to mimic poetry, famous painters, and make software programs? Python is not what he seems. Gosh, I guess someone who used to work here was not a fan of the good doctor. I wonder, no wonder they needed to do more hiring. Okay. Let's look then about Common prison equipment. Okay. This Cuff GPT sentient handcuffs. Sentient handcuffs combine the convenience of sentience with the effectiveness of handcuffs. These handcuffs shift with a default password of Python for maximum ease of use. Golly, sentient handcuffs. Everything has to be sentient these days, I guess. We have Cop Lion. Bungee tech, pointy pits, the bleeding edge spike traps with genome detecting pressure plates feature bleeding edge bamboo spikes. Don't forget to register your genome with Central to prevent pointy pit pratfalls. Our signature Cop Lion is a perfect 50-50 genetic hybrid of cop and lion. Featuring artisanally selected genes from grass-fed cops and lions mid-roar, Cop Lion can handle the task of 2 cops and 1 lion simultaneously. Lactose tolerance has been selected for in their genome to maximize human nutritional yield, and in this case, premature Cop Lion demise. I hope I get to meet Cop Lion one day. Harry, you're gonna wish you hadn't said that. Used to have a poster of him on my wall when I was a kid. I wonder if it's the same Cop Lion. He must be getting pretty old. How do Cop Lion years translate to human years? It's so clever. Like, just the wording of this game is just so clever and human. Like, I feel like Harry. Let's look at password recommendations. The first page of the section has been torn out. That's the page we saw. It's gotta be. I wonder where it could be. Can't have been too important. Okay, so we've got a bunch of things to try. And it did say that the default password is Python. These passwords are all pretty bad. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is crazy. Never use these 10 common passwords. When I played this the first time, I didn't read that top part, and I read the rest of it, and I'm like, oh, these are the passwords they recommend that we try and use. Only a total idiot would choose one of these. It's kind of sweet that I love you is one of them, though. Makes you think that folks aren't so bad after all. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look one more time at this. So this is the page that was torn out of there. Passwords. I guess this must be from the employee handbook. I vaguely remember leaping through that after the orientation last week, pet name and birth year. And we just figured out that my pet is Lucky Pete, who I got from the Southside Knife Pits. That would be a pretty good idea. Mine would be Lucky Pete 2004. Now that's a heck of a password. Okay. But we still don't know anything about these cuffs. Let's try and unlock. Yeah, we'll try. Let's try and guess the password to the cuffs. You better know what you're doing there, Harry. Let's try. They said Python. Try Python. It's the name of the guy who designed the prison. It's apparently the default password for the handcuffs. All right, that's a well-informed guess at least. I think it's worth a shot. Nance pushes the button on the handcuffs. Say the unlock password now. What's up, Purple Savvy? Glad you're here on Sugar's account. Python? Python is not the unlock password. 3 attempts remain before self-destruction. Thank you for choosing Cuff GPT. Bad guess, Harry. Make another step closer to death here. Okay, let's do nothing for now, because I guessed wrong. We need to get them... We need to use the evidence locker, because we have the evidence locker and I haven't sent them anything. So I guess I could send them, like... These things have rubber handles, right? Did we examine? We examined the other thing, right? We need to, let's look at the key. They said when we examined the key that that it's 50 bolts charged. Okay, can I send these yet? Do they even know about it? Maybe they don't know about it. Maybe I gotta just show them. Or maybe I can't send it until we figure out this first part. I'm gonna put these back. Let's figure out one thing at a time here. Well, let's not get too deviated on the focus subjects. So I have a password that would work for me. Let's look again in the handbook. So who made this stuff? Equipment. Sentient cuffs. Wait, hold on. Let me read more. Dr. Python. Sentient handcuffs combine the convenience of sentience with the effectiveness of handcuffs. Okay. Right. Okay. Maybe there's something in here? Huh. RPS employees are responsible for this using our state-of-the-art carceral technology, the bleeding-edge technology. You'll be one of the countless human agents to work and keep Worktown, the civilization itself, safe. Dr. Python needs you and your co-employees to be ever vigilant against those who would destroy our precious way of life. Pretty much everywhere I've worked, my whole life has felt like the company was treading water just to survive. Discipline, enforcement, indoctrination. That's DEI. That's crazy that that's what DEI stands for. Okay. Wait, these are drink anything handed to you by a superior officer is a crazy statement. Okay. Weekly conditioning seminars. I've never been to one of those. Okay, so there's nothing there. Maybe if I check the manila folders. Ted Hardbody. Oh! Wait. I don't know what that means. I don't know who these are. But I do know. Maybe we investigate the body, we can figure out who the cop is. Investigate the body. Ascertain the handcuff password. Can you check the deputy again? He's still dead, bro. I want to see if he has anything on him that might hint to the handcuffs password. Okay, but I get to keep any cash I find. I don't like touching dead people. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I don't think you... Whatever. Fine. Nance, rifles for the deputy's jacket and pants pocket. Got a wallet. Nice, how much? $50. Barely enough for a coffee. I'm holding you to it. Inflation's gonna be that at that day. They paying you okay, Harry? Oh no, that's Nance, sorry. They paying you okay, Harry? Not enough for a day like today, that's for golly sure. You should unionize, bro. If there's anyone left to unionize with, that is. Thanks for that grim thought, Nance. Is there ID on there or anything? Anything with his name on it? No driver's license or anything. Only this ID card. Can you hold it up to the camera? Worktown prison system. Theodore Hardbody. I just saw that. Huh. Theodore Hardbody. Birthday's 2004. We can figure out with this information, and if I have enough information on him in the manila folder, we can figure out the password. Could be that Ted met at observation last week. He seemed so... At orientation last week, he seemed so nice. He had such a chiseled jaw. Yeah. And it was his birthday today. That's just sad. He was only a couple months older than me. Thanks, Nance. You can take it down again. Okay, let's do nothing for now. And now that I know that, let's go look at his folder file. I think I saw it. Ted Hardbody, look, right here. He's only... Peanuts only. Can we likely a sociopath? Excuse me? Poor Ted. Dead with lead inside his head. Guess we'll never have that beer now. Cool name, though. His cat's name is Snowball, huh? I wonder if that could be part of the password to the cuffs. Okay. So we do that, and I think it'll tell us if we examine the lost password page, right? Now we know the information again. So his was Lucky P. The other one would be Snowball 2004. So if we go here to investigate the handcuffs, let's try to unlock them. Yeah, see? It's an option. Nice. Try Snowball 2004. That's weirdly specific. He was probably stalking this guy like he's stalking us. I'm not stalking you or him. We just... You know, everything about poor Teddy here, don't you? Everything. Look, it meets all the requirements for a password in the employee handbook. That's all. Just give it a shot, okay? Snowball 2004. All right, Harry. One more try, then we're trying our own thing. Nance pushes the button on the handcuffs. Say the unlock password now. Snowball 2004. Password. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. Secondary lock disengaging. Handcuffs say, thank you for choosing Cuff GPT. Holy shit, Harry. You actually did it. I'll admit, that was actually useful. I did something right. I desire and crave validation. Thank you. This feeling is incredible. Okay. Okay, so we got that part done. Now we need to investigate the hanging key. It's electrified. Not touching that without some kind of protection. So, how can I get the protection to them? I'm gonna send them something. If I can. I feel like I'm missing. I know there was something else before this I was supposed to talk to. Say real quick. That's the door out to the hallway. Still locked shut. Let's listen. The rhythmic sound of breathing from outside the other door. Must be my imagination. Okay. I could have sworn. Did I miss something? We already talked about this. I need some kind of protection. I think I just have to try and send it to them? I missed an interaction from last time, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't... we're gonna go forward with it. Should I send them the bolt cutters? No, I didn't. I need to give them the bolt cutters. Or a bone saw? Can I send them this? Harry, can you hear me? Sure can, Miss 27. Reading you loud and clear. Oh, good. Thank God. Listen, Harry. I want you to do what you need to do in order to get out, but I have to tell you, if I were in your position, I would not want those teens to have a bone saw. I have their files in front of me and, well, Harry, let's just say these two are capable of pretty much anything. But they seem so nice! Nice or not, Harry, I'm sure there's a way to get them out of there that doesn't involve sending them tools for dismembering people. But we could cut the wrist off of the guy and take the key and unlock the door. How do you know that? What if I'm just trapped here? I don't know it for sure, Harry, but what I do know is that Dr. Python was extremely meticulous about his schematics for this prison. There must be another way out. Okay, Miss 27, I hear what you're saying. You need to do what you feel is best, Harry. Just think carefully about your options before you do anything you might regret. I want to send them... I like playing the game, and I want to send them what I know they need to do the thing, and I don't want them to feel weird about it, so... Also, like, ew, gross, that's sadistic pervert shit to, like, send these kids a bone saw and be like, yeah, I just cut his arm off when I had bolt cutters the whole time. Like, no, take this. Yeah. Not that sadistic isn't a fun route to take. I want to play as the character. I set down some bolt cutters. Maybe you can use them to cut down the key? Do you seriously not understand how electricity works, Harry? The bolt cutters are made of metal. If we're holding them when they touch the cable, we're fried. Huh. When you say it like that, it does really sound obvious. I need to think about this more. Okay. So now, I can either send them... I have two things that are rubber here. I have rubber gloves and rubbers. If I want them to continue to think that I'm a sadistic pervert. I can't wait. I'm gonna play a run where I give them the bone saw and the condoms. That's some freaky shit. But for now, I can't help it. I like the characters too much, and I want to play this way, so I'm gonna give them the rubber gloves. Harry, are you there? 10-4, Miss 27. Using the lingo. Please refrain from using the lingo, Harry. It's embarrassing. Fiddlesticks! Anyway, I noticed you're sending those mean teens a pair of rubber gloves from the evidence locker. Yeah! I thought it might be they could use it to get down that electrified key in the interrogation room. They could, Harry. They could. But I'm here to teach you a core principle of modern policing. What's up, Alex? Doing good, man. We're playing this game called Escape from Precinct 27. Humiliation, Harry. You could send them a pair of rubber gloves, and they could use them to get the key down with dignity. Yeah. That's exactly what I've been planning to do. Or, Harry, or you could send them the condoms and make them use those instead to get the key down. Why would I do that when I could just send them the gloves and not embarrass them? You have to change your thinking, Harry. It's about accomplishing your goals while asserting control. By sending them the condoms, you require them to do something humiliating while you watch. That gives you power over them, Harry. Power that you can use to get you out of there. It's your investigation, Harry. I'm just trying to give you the tools you need to succeed. And don't forget, I'm always watching. Yeah, I'm gonna send them. Like I said, I'm not trying to go humiliation route this time, but I do want to play it that way. So for now, we're gonna send them the rubber gloves. Yeah, we're gonna send it to them. Now these teenagers, if you're just now tuning in, are prisoners. They are prisoners here, and whether I give them help or not is up to me. I'm trying to get them to do a task to get out of here so they can free me. So. Okay, Harry, what do you need us to do? All right, I sent you bolt cutters and rubber gloves. Maybe you think we can't put that together ourselves? You really do think we're morons, don't you? Misogynist ass. God, it's so real. I'm not a misogynist. Okay, Nance, be careful. Yeah, if you wanted it done right, I know I should have done it myself. Hell yeah. Nice. All right, we did it, team. We got the hanging key. Never refer to us as a team ever again, Harry. Seriously, bro, that was fucked up. We should be able to use that. And we can unlock them, right? All right, we have the key. Nance, do the orders. With pleasure, Becca. Nance puts the keys into the handcuffs and turns it. Sorry, I gotta ban the spot. Thank you. Nance puts the keys into the handcuffs and turns it. A soft click emits from the keyhole. That was somehow anticlimactic. I know, right? With the lock open and the password spoken, the cuffs slip off the brained deputy's wrist. We actually did it. We got the door key. Not bad, Harry. Not bad. Yeah. You think I did okay? Now you've gone back to simpering and it's ruining the vibe. Sorry, all in a day's work, miss. A little bit better. Don't ever call me miss again. Let's go ahead and investigate the door then. Let's unlock it. Let's go! Nance unlatches the key from Deputy Hardbody's wrist and unlocks the door to the hallway. I did it! I'm basically a real hero cop now. Like Officer Dave from Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Finally, we can get out of here. I think the cat pee smell will be in my clothes forever. Yeah, and we can finally report in with... Shut the fuck up, Nance. Oh, they're cop... Oh, to be honest, wait. You can report in with who? Well, I don't know. I feel like the information they've divulged does not... Like, they've told me that they think that the system is broken and that it's stupid and racist. And they have worked with me to make this happen. And they have someone they're reporting to. It can't be that evil of a person. Maybe. You never know. And also, my boss has withheld information from me on what these two are capable of. I don't know what they're actually in for. So, we don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't be too confident that the smell will be a lot better on the other side of that door. Well, it's gonna be better than whatever's going on in here. It smells like... Oh, sorry. It smells like fear in here. What? What does that mean? The smell. It's not just cat piss. It's also fear. Human fear. You can smell that? Let's just get out of here, okay? Play a lot of indie horror games, and we also play Repo and Lethal. So, lots of horror games. Becca turns the doorknob, and the two exit into the hallway. Wow, Harry, you weren't kidding about the smell. Oh, God. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit, that's actually a lot. Harry, do you read me? Please respond, Harry. Yes, Miss 27. I read you loud and clear. Excellent work getting the suspects out of that interrogation booth, Harry. But I found your methods to be unorthodox. There's no arguing with the results. All in a day's work, ma'am. Sure, Harry. Of course. Listen, I have something important to tell you. I haven't been completely honest with you. Yeah, no shit, you're withholding prison information from me. Am I being fired, ma'am? This is a hell of a time to get fired. That's usually what people say just before they fire me. No, Harry, it's... I've chosen to withhold certain information from you to our mutual benefit. But your success to date with the suspects has been induced me to believe that you can be relied upon, Harry. You're a known quantity, just as our psychologists promised. Psychologists? I don't remember talking to any psychologists. You see, Harry, it was a nuclear bomb that hit us. Oh, we were the target of that attack. It landed right on the roof of the precinct. Gosh! Oh, golly! Holy fuck! Like an actual nuclear weapon? How are we still alive? Language, Harry. Focus. Thanks to the foresight of Dr. Python, this facility was designed to withstand a nuclear blast. We took a lot of damage, but at least some of us are still active to fight back. Does that mean Rourketown is... I'm afraid so, Harry. No! Lucky Pete! You can't do this to me! From our beloved Galaxy Bowl all the way down to the dreaded Southside knife pits. The dream that was Rourketown is no more. No! Lucky Pete! Has his luck finally run out? The important thing for all of us, Harry, is that I'm safe. But although it pains me to admit it, I am in trouble. Trouble? How? You seem so, powerful. I am powerful, Harry. Extremely powerful. And it would be better for you if you didn't forget it again. Golly! You see, Harry, I was also in this complex the moment it was bombed. Deep underground, so I'm still safe. But it seems as though the cables that allow me to communicate with the world outside my bunker were the target of the attack. From what I can see, they've been completely melted through my raw thermonuclear heat. Well, can't someone come replace the cables or just let you out? There's no one else, Harry. Not anymore. You're the last living deputy of RPS Precinct 27. Holy shit! The last living deputy. So cool. Listen, I'm trapped inside my bunker, Harry, just like you're trapped in your booth. And since you're the only deputy left alive in Precinct 27, I'm gonna need you to come rescue me. This is your true mission, Harry. You need to get to sub-level 42 and rescue me. Oh shit. And there's like nobody else who can do it, huh? Just day 2, Harry. You just want to put it all on me? I'm kind of pooped, to be honest. For fuck's sake, semper obediere. Harry, the most important thing in this world for you is to get down to my bunker on sub-level 42 and escort me safely back to the surface where an armed detail will collect me for the next leg of my journey. You're going to need to get out of your booth first, do whatever you need to do to convince the suspects to release you. You're authorized to send them any tools they might need. The priority is my successful escape at any cost. Are your instructions clear, Harry? Yes, Miss 27. I understand. Good. Once again, Harry, I'm glad we find ourselves on the same page. Since it's critical that I be rescued, I have decided to waive the usual licensing requirements and waiting period and issue you a personal sidearm. What? I'm getting a gun? You're getting a gun, Harry. That's right, and I'm afraid you're probably gonna need it. And you'll find your pistol in the pneumatic tube in your booth. Please examine it and become familiar with its operation after this transmission ends. So cool! What should I do about Cop Lion? Oh, don't worry about him. He's only a week away from retirement. Gentle as a kitten. Anyway, the power in my reserve generator is limited, so I'm gonna go power down all non-essential systems until I receive an alert that you've left your security booth. Don't worry, Harry. I'm always watching. I gotta stand up. Things are getting real. Gotta take a quick stretch, gamers. Anyone still out there? That was the part. I haven't gotten to this part ever because this part is now just the well, this part is now past the demo, so I'm happy to roll this one more time and give you guys a copy of the game if you want, if anyone's there. But I think it's just me out here playing right now, so that's fine. If anyone else shows up later, then I'll be sure to roll it again. Oh, jeez. Becca and Nancy, oh, they're gone? I hope they didn't go far. Okay. Can I swap cameras? Jeez, poor Jesse. Fire Jesse. Fire Jesse and Sophie. Oh wait, Sophie, you get to stay. Jesse has to go. I wonder what he did. He must have been really bad. Do we activate the intercom? I don't know what this lever does. Can't do anything at the moment. Yeah, I got nothing else in the room. Let's get investigative. What's up, Cop Lion? Back up! Nance! It's me, Harry. Still trapped. Yep. Just checking in. Chill your tits, Harry. Were you worried we'd left you all alone? Left you to the rats? Like you did to us just now? It's not like that. I got distracted and you left two helpless teens to die at the hands of a big lion? Real heroic, Harry. You couldn't just have kept your focus on us? Just this once? There's a fucking lion, Harry. Why is there a fucking lion, Harry? That's Cop Lion. He's genetically engineered lion cop hybrid. Harmless as Snowball. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him. He's something of a celebrity in certain circles. This place sucks so much. We want to get out of here. All those doors we found are locked. There's no way out. Not even through the Panopticon or whatever. Panopticon? You making shit up again, Beck? Yeah, I remember when I first played this demo, I really did think I was a cat in the game because I got confused about like why the pets were so important. You really should read the literature I give you, you know. Does this mean we can keep working together? We can keep working on getting all of us out of here alive? Well, you got us this far, I guess. Great! That sounds like a consent to me. All you need to do is get past that lion and get to the fuse box at the end of the hall, and you should be able to disable the door locks from there. all we have to do, huh? Bro, there's a fucking lion, I'm saying it again, in our way. No way are we just walking over that lion, Harry. We're going to have to come up with some way for us to get rid of it. Don't mention the gun. Don't mention the gun. Hey. Of course they're making me choose. I can't give you guys a gun. You're gonna kill Cop Lion. Hey, they give you a gun, Harry? Oh, shoot. Well, I trust them, but not a lot. I can tell them about the gun without giving them the gun. I can tell them I can be transparent and tell them. I'm a sucker anyway, so. Yep, just got it, as a matter of fact. Perfect. Send us the gun and we'll set you free. Are you gonna use it to shoot Cop Lion? No, of course not. We would never do anything like that. Can we at least investigate a bit first? Ugh, whatever. I need them to investigate Cop Lion. Let's see if he's okay. Look, I'm a little worried about Cop Lion. I can't see very well on my screen, but it looks like he might be breathing funny. What are you, a lion guy now? He looks okay from over here. Well, can you check? I am not getting anywhere near that thing. How come? He's so cute. Cute or... Because cute or not, that's a man-eating lion. The walls and floor of this hallway are covered in blood, Harry. In fact, I think the trail of gore leads to the cell right over there. You know, the one whose bars have been forced open. I mean, he's, you know, capable. Willikers! Anyway, from here, it just seems like he's napping. Probably digested the co-op he just gobbled. Well, hey, that's not all bad news. Means he's recently eaten, so he'll be less likely to attack unprovoked. Harry, with the endless silver linings. I know! Just a good guy. Let's investigate the cell. Let's check for clues. I see there's a cell whose bars have been forced apart. Can you go check inside? You know, for clues? The cell with the trail of gore leading outwards. The gore I'm standing in right now. That's disgusting. No way. Nuh-uh. The smell coming out of there is really something, Harry. Need to find a way to get you around Cop Lion, right? If he broke out of that cell, maybe there was something inside that could restrain him. You know, clues. I will look inside the cell and describe what I see. But that's it. We're not going in there without a good reason. It's so much worse than I could have imagined. What is it, Becca? It's another body. Except this one looks way gnarlier than the last one. How is that possible? The last guy had his head crushed in. Ooh. Yeah, well, this one's head is totally missing. Ooh. Yep, I can see that now, too. Yeah? Oh, he does have an ID on him, though. Eaten, it looks like. By what, Harry? I couldn't begin to speculate. The rest is shredded up pretty bad, too. You can see their spine. It makes them want to yak. They're like pinned down by a couple of wooden boards. Maybe at least they weren't alive when the lion, you know. Yeah, maybe they were knocked out by the explosion. Willikers! I like how that's become my catchphrase. Can you tell if it's a deputy? Yeah, it's a deputy, all right. They're wearing the same dorky uniform as the last guy. I guess those are the clothes I'm wearing too, huh? I don't think they're dorky. Is that an ID card I see? It is. Great! Grab it so we can find out who they were. There's no way I'm touching this, Harry. I can see his spine. Come on! There's a deputy with a mangled head in the interview room with a few minutes ago, and you guys didn't even flinch. What makes this one any different? It just is, okay? Stop asking me to rationalize my feelings about this. Yeah, you know, that's none of your business, Harry. The number of mutilated bodies we see before we get icked. Golly, I guess that was pretty insensitive of me. So clever. This might be a critical clue. What can I do to make you check the ID for me? Gee, I don't know, Harry. Maybe you could oink like a pig for me. Excuse me? Bro. Hey, if this video pervert wants me to touch a mangled corpse for what we must assume is his sexual gratification, then he has to oink for me like the little piggy that he is. Harry, do not oink like a pig. I repeat, do not oink like a pig. We'll see you, Kelly. Enjoy your afternoon and have a wonderful Easter Sunday. I'll be posting the full video gameplay, so if you wanted to check out the ending of this game, you'll be able to see it on my channel. When you let a suspect degrade one of us, it degrades all of us. And honestly, it'll just bum me out to watch that. Well, what's it gonna be? Okay. I get it that they're trying to level with me here, and that there's nothing I can do in this situation. I can't send them an item that can convince them that I'm more on their side than I already am. I don't think that I would, in this situation, oink like a pig. But I would if it came down to it. Like, if it was life or death like it is right now, I'd be like anything to gain your trust. So, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. I'm never certain if I'm making the right decision about anything ever. But we're gonna oink, 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 squeal. If that's what it takes. Oink, oink, oink. I'm a little piggy. I live on a farm and I eat apples. That sounds so nice, so much better than my current job. I wake up every night in a flop sweat wondering if tomorrow I'll join my sisters at the slaughterhouse. Bro, what? Okay, whatever, Harry, that's enough. Oink, oink. Am I doomed? Has my fate been predestined from the moment I was born? You're a vegetarian or something, Harry. Oink, oink. I had a spider friend once. She would spin beautiful affirmations for me out of silk, but I couldn't read them because I am illiterate. The biggest plot hole in all of Charlotte's Web. Oink! I'm pretty sure she got tuberculosis. Okay, enough. Fuck. That was way less gratifying than I thought it would be. I feel dirty, Beckham. Like we're the perverts now. Yeah, don't you feel that way? That's how you're making me feel. A deal's a deal. You guys take a look at that ID now? Ugh. I guess. Why do I feel like I got the raw end of this deal? As my dear Uncle Bongo used to say, nobody wins when you humiliate your friends. We are not friends. Yes, we are, Becca. You just don't want to admit it yet. Can you put it up to the camera like Nance did last time? Harry, are you out of your mind? Last time there wasn't a cop eating lion 3 feet away. Oh, please, just at least read it out loud for me. Fine. It says, name Rock McNulty. Fake ass sounding name, bro. Rock McNulty. Oh, it's The Rock! The milkman! Poor guy. The milkman, no! What a way to go. I feel lucky to have been trapped in my booth. Wait, you can just see it from there? Why did we have to go through that whole oinking bit? I thought it would be funny. It was funny. Becca, don't doubt yourself. That shit was hilarious. Finally, I've got my vape with me. Now I'm ready to take on the world, guys. Wish I could rotate it. Not let me rotate it though. As long as I have my cherry flavored vape, nothing can stop me. Oh, it's getting in the way of the text. I'll put it right here. Anything else on there? Yeah, a whole bunch of bullshit. Clearance Omega, MBTI ESFJ. The fuck is this? You know that MBTI stuff is bullshit, right, Harry? Thanks, Beckham. I think that's enough for now. Okay. Well, let's see what we can figure out. Nothing for now. They're going back in there. That's fine. That's exactly what I would expect they would do. Let's check the manila folder. And we're gonna look at Rock B. McNulty, right? So, very muscly. Allergic to shellfish and peanuts. Pet name is Apollo. Rock McNulty, huh? These guys have such cool names. Like the cops on Law Patrol. Very muscly. What a weird thing to put on a personnel file. It must have been really muscly. Wait, I remember this guy from orientation too. Were all these people hired on the same day as me? He seemed really intense. Like his head could pop any second. His neck was so veiny, it kind of stressed me out. Also, he drank only milk the entire time? Said it gave him the bull's power, which I don't think makes sense. I wonder where he ended up. Oh, he's dead. If you're on Twitch, I'd start in 3 minutes, just letting you know. Okay, back out of this. We've seen Rock McNulty. We haven't banged on the door yet. These guys are still here. Can I give them anything? I'm not giving them the gun. Well, I have to give them the gun? Don't give them the gun. Wait, I have to take the gun. Yeah. Put the gun in the evidence locker. Because I hate firearms. Wait. Gosh, a whole pistol. Never actually held one before. It's a lot heavier than I would have thought. Oh, shit, what the fuck? I gotta be more careful with this thing. Isn't it supposed to have a safety or something? I even did a cuss in my internal monologue. Golly. Okay, well, we've got milk. This must be Rock's milk. He was carrying it around at orientation. Just a whole carton drinking from it like it was no big deal. So cool. What a large man. That guy loved milk. He said it helped keep his muscles strong and his bones rock hard. He even told me he kept it in the evidence locker due to its configurable temperature control settings. Milk. Lucky me. At least I won't starve in here. I gotta think about this. Good hit from the vape. We'll save and then save it here. Yeah, take a sip. Why not? What's gonna happen? Am I gonna get strong? Huh. It's bitter. Made the configurable temperature control setting failed in the Harry, are you alright? Lost your signal for a minute there, Harry. Everything okay? I think so. I just got really sleepy all of a sudden. My butt kind of hurts though. Just be careful, Harry. Sorry, I had to let my cat out. We can't have you taking any risks. Your survival is essential to the success of this operation. Maybe if it... Well, what if they give the lion cop some milk and then he goes to sleep? I think that's a good plan. Yeah, that's my thought process. I'm gonna give them the milk. I don't know if that's a good thought process or not, but I've sent them milk. Let's investigate Cop Lion to give him to tell him he's a good kitty. I don't want this to be. I'm gonna save real quick. I wish we could name the saves. That'd be nice. So I would name them to like know what part I'm at. Tell him he's a good kitty. Well, Harry, we solved the mystery of the piss smell. That's a lion, Harry. What is a lion doing in the police precinct? It's a cop lion, kind of like the concrete and regular king of the concrete and regular jungle alike. He's the pride of the precinct, the main attraction. Okay, we get it, Harry. Golly, I wish I could be there with you. Maybe you could do me the honor of telling Cop Lion that he's a good kitty? You know, on my behalf. I'm sorry, Harry, but that's not gonna happen. But look at him! He's just a little guy. What do you have against kitties? It's not the kitty side that I take issue with. Co-op Lion is a police officer and, you know, a clap. Oh, a clap. Crazy statement. A clap. All cop lions are bad. That's just ridiculous. You're telling me that you're judging Cop Lion simply on the fact that he's a police officer? Yes. I don't understand how you could be so absolute about this. Sure, you've convinced me that some police officers do bad things, and that doesn't mean that someone's bad just for being a cop. Cop Lion's not bad. I'm not bad. I do charity work. I pay my taxes. I spend my spare time training stray animals to recycle. How am I bad? Because by being a co-op, you're implicit in perpetuating an unjust and terminally corrupt system. Maybe you never committed police brutality. Maybe you yourself were never racist, though I doubt that. But you still support a system that perpetuates atrocities. Every day you show up to work, you're still telling the world that what Python is doing is okay. So yeah, Harry, all co-ops are bad. Even your favorite lion. Even you. It makes sense. Willikers. I think Cop Lion is kind of cute. God, Nance, you are setting us back 50 years with that shit. What? I like his little whiskers. Me too, Nance. Maybe let's just focus on getting out of here, okay? Sure, Harry. All right, we're gonna investigate to give him the milk. I sent down a carton of milk. Can you give some to Cop Lion? We aren't feeding your pet co-op, Harry. Milk is bad for cats anyways, bro. Not for Cop Lion. He was genetically altered to have lactose tolerance. That's right! In his file! Oh my god, I forgot! Aside from all that, it's not just to feed him. It looks like he might have recently eaten anyways. I think there's something up with Rock's milk. Does he want us to drug your pet cop? Maybe there's a darker side to you, Harry. It's not like that. It's not a pervert thing. I think it's a tranquilizer of some kind. It should make it possible for you to sneak by him, no problem. That should is doing a lot of heavy lifting. But I guess if it kills him, it's still a plus for us. Becca and Nance are cautious as they creep closer to Cop Lion. The milk sloshes onto the precinct floor. With a slow blink, the great cat raises its head and sniffs at the milk. Yeah, drink your sleep milk, Cop Cat. Okay, Harry, what do you need us to do next? Okay, he's asleep. We've already investigated the open cell. And I know you're not going back in there, and we already got the information about Rock and his milk. About the Rock and his milk. Let's investigate the spike pit. Let's try and get across it. Good job, guys! The breaker console is a straight shot down the hallway. Sure, bro. A straight shot. If you ignore the giant pit full of gnarly spikes in the way. It's like you want us to die, Harry. Why do you want us to die? Is it because we still have our youth, whereas you are old and nasty and decrepit and nasty and gross? And did I mention you're nasty? Oh, shoot, a Punji Tech pointy pit. Those are pretty bleeding edge. I was told they were all knocked offline. I guess that could have meant knocked open. I'm just gonna ignore that thing you said about me because I feel bad about myself already. Who's telling you this stuff, Harry? Harry, it's critical that the suspects do not learn of my survival. You have to divert them somehow. You want me to lie to them? Why does it matter if they find out about you? Everybody has a boss. It's perfectly natural. Harry, use your brain. Nuclear attack was designed to destroy me. For all we know, those two might be involved. So ixnay on the outside elpay, okay? Pig Latin. So cool. Like on Law Patrol. Well, you see, if only I understand Pig Latin. Ah, I see. I just may have is spoken may. I mean, either way. No, I'm not gonna. If I have to lie, I think the funnier lie is hilarious. There it is again. Just when you start to seem trustworthy, say something that makes it clear you're having the lines fed to you. You're blowing it, Harry. What? No way. That's it. I've trusted you with my survival for long enough. What? Oh, no! Uh-oh. Here we go again. I assure you young ladies that everything is perfectly under control and that we are the only ones on this call. I assure you young ladies that everything is perfectly under control and that we are the only ones on this call. Oh, what? Please proceed along the prescribed route by finding a way over to the pit and toward the console. Please proceed along the prescribed route and finding a way over to the pit and towards the console. Hey, screw you, bro. You're acting shifty as hell and we're not gonna... Wait. Sure, Harry. We'll do whatever you say. That is satisfactory. Thank you for your compliance. That is satisfactory. Thank you for your compliance. You're even worse at this than I am. Miss 27, what the heck just happened to me? It's like you were speaking through me. And here I thought you were starting to build a rapport. That's exactly what happened, Harry. Not the rapport thing, the speaking through you thing. But how? A combination of things, but mainly your weekly employee conditioning seminars and the surveillance tech we had installed in your left eyeball. You installed surveillance tech in my eyeball? That's so cool. I'm like, also like Lion Cop. I'm genetically modified and wait, how come I have no memory of this? Well, your memory is wiped during an employee conditioning session. Willikers, this is heavy. I have so many feelings. Betrayal. Well, maybe just the one feeling, but I have a lot of it, and also a lot of questions. First of all, why would you tell me this? Wouldn't it be better if you just left me in the dark? No, rats. You're planning to wipe my mind after all this over, aren't you? It wouldn't be the first time, Harry. You mean you've wiped my brain before? When? It's only my second day on the job. Oh, Harry. My known quantity. It's been your second day on the job for 2 years now. Oh, shit. And if you're very lucky, it'll be your second day again tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we've had this exact conversation hundreds of times before. Don't act so surprised. You signed the contract after all. That's deplorable! But to be totally honest, it does explain a lot of my behavior and opinions. Oh wait, you wipe my memory every day. How come I remember some things? Like about Lucky Pete and the animal library and my Uncle Bongo. During the second half of the employee conditioning sessions, we implant false memories into the empty mind. You're telling me Lucky Pete's not real? To hasten compliance, so none of that was real? None of my life before today has been real? Holy shit. Law Patrol? Loosely based on a similarly named children's show that was popular around the time you were a child. Oh no! Why are you breaking the fourth wall like this? You're hurting me! Is vape juice even real? What am I doing? That's it! My whole life being fake, I could understand, but my favorite show? That's taking it too far. If you think I'm gonna help you out after all of what you just told me, then you are super duper wrong, lady. No more oblique Latin trigger phrases to control my actions without my consent. It's just not nice. Oh, come on, Harry. Don't be so naive. For one thing, you did consent, even if you don't remember. How is that possible? I'm looking at your signature and fingerprints as we speak. Isn't that something about that in the Fifth Amendment? Like, if you don't have you could have given consent but not be in the right state of mind to remember the consent you gave, and deplorable actions under the signing of consent law have always been fought by lawyers because you are not allowed to make people sign away things when you know damn well they're not going to read 50 pages. Like if Apple had a clause that was like, oh, also we own the rights to your house, that was just randomly thrown in there and you signed on it, that's not the terms of agreement you're signing to, so. How am I ever even supposed to remember the conditions in which I signed a piece of paper that said I was gonna be okay with you erasing my memory? That's a paradox. If I already saw my name, my signature on the piece of paper before I had memory of doing the thing, then I can't have signed the thing. But you're telling me I did sign the thing. But you're also telling me that you know that I've signed the thing, and I know that I've signed the thing, and that this is like my second year doing day 2. Sign. Doc. Oh my gosh. Okay. Frankly, I don't know how you can expect us to have a working relationship if I can't control your mind. And besides, what alternatives do you have but to trust me? You're still screwed, Harry. That nuclear explosion, that really happened. Us being trapped in here together, that's a fact. And the suspect being known psycho killers, all too true. Don't be fooled for a second. Those two will slit your throat the moment they get the chance. Likely after torturing you for everything you know about Dr. Python. Nothing has changed, Harry. Our priorities remain the same. Drat! Drat is right, Harry. Why don't you go back on the comms and direct those two suspects to the breaker console and then come set me free? What do you say? Do I need to make you want to do it, Harry? You're making it real easy to betray you. Well, I won't forget this. To be honest with you, I suspect you probably will. What do I have to lose in this scenario? You're telling me that you erase my memory every day and the only thing I get to keep safety of is over the fact is that knowing that I get to live to the next day, I don't have any free will over the actions that I take. I just come in, I work, and I lose my memory, and I keep doing that over and over again. You implanted fake memories of Lucky Pete into me, and you're trying to tell me, even though I know nothing about Dr. Python other than what was described in the manual, which I could just hand to these psychos, which would be fine by me, that I'm supposed to stay on your side after that? You can do all the things you want to me, but the second you make up the fact that I have a cat and you take him away from me before I even get the chance to know he doesn't exist, before I even get to pet his fake existential crisis whiskers, it's over for you. I'm gonna betray you the second I get. The second I can. Bro, are you okay in there? I'm gonna tell them. Yeah, literally, the option's right here. Becca, Nance, I have a confession to make. The entire time we've been talking, I've been handled by handler. You'll pay for this, Harry. I don't care. Bro, what? Not cool, Harry. Feeding us information from a fascist source is a pig behavior. Look, in the beginning, I thought she had our best interests at heart. Bosses always look out for their employees. It's in the job description. False. Also, she's a police chief, and the police chief's main function is to help people. Untrue. And on top of that, she was always so nice and approachable to me, I thought she couldn't possibly steer me wrong. Also a lie, Harry. I've been really bugging mean to you, and also, there is Mr. 27, and it's not you. But maybe now I'm starting to think that some of the stuff I thought might not be completely right. No shit, Brainiac. Becca, wait. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook! When I first started working at RPS, I thought it would be like my favorite show, Law Patrol. Every week, some new criminal misdeed would threaten or throw the entire city into turmoil. And the only thing that would keep the people from falling into despair would be the tireless efforts of the Law Squad. Law Patrol? Don't you mean like... actually, I guess I know Law Patrol wasn't real. But my young friends, the heroism of the Law Squad. Let's investigate the spike pit. I'll have them look at the spike pit. Did we already do this? What else can I do here? Try to get across. Do you seriously forget the extensive conversation we had? A conversation? It may have been minutes for you, but for me, I got knocked out by milk. I got brainwashed by my boss. A conversation that occurred only minutes ago. They really did wipe your brain, didn't they, Harry? We can't get across the pit. The sides are narrow and slick with blood. Bird! Bird! What is up, my guy? Hey, Bird, I'm gonna add you as long as you'd like a copy of this game. Right now, we're playing this game called Escape from Precinct 27. I played the demo earlier on my channel, and right now we're at this point. These two criminals right here, well, criminals, in quotations. I'm being guided by my boss, who has been brainwashing me this whole time to escape this prison. Yeah. And exactly what Sugar just said, so. No worries. I'll add your name because you're in the Discord. It's not a big deal. I have 10 copies to give away, so if you wanted it, it's no big deal at all. It also comes with the OST for the game, so it's really cool. Game devs are super nice, and they put a lot of hard work into this, so. Even if you don't play it, you could always, gift it to someone, which is really cool. All you have to do is have an itch account, so it's very easy. So we can't get across the pit. The sides are narrow and slick with blood. There has to be another way. Okay, sides are narrow and slick with blood, and maybe we can go through this cells. Maybe I've got something in here that can help. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me, Bird. I mean, none of these things could help them. Guess I could give them a gun. Or I could just shoot it again. I'll try. I guess we can investigate the other cell again. Grab the board. There's boards in there. Oh, the boards that crushed him. All right, you know those planks that Rock had slung across his lap? I bet you could put those across the bungee tech pointy pit like a makeshift bridge. I really don't want to touch this guy, bro. Me either, Harry. I wish I had a better idea. I promise if I had rope, ladder, or a grappling hook in here with me, I would send it over. But I don't have those things. I have a gun. Sorry, I just had to hit my vape. Let's just get this over with. Becca, you lift his hands up and I'll grab the boards. Why do I have to grab the hands? You grab them. I'll rock, paper, scissors. Chicken katana. I'll rock, paper, scissors, chicken katana you for it. Fine. On shoot. Rock. Once, twice, thrice. Shoot. Katana. Yes. Paper covers chicken. I win. It's not fair. You always win. I don't understand it. It's easy when you always pick chicken. Chicken is the best one. The teens approach the corpse slowly. I didn't think this smell could get any worse. I think I'm gonna puke, bro. Fuck no, Nance. If you puke, I'll puke too. All right. Yank the boards the second I pick up the hands, okay? I'll never feel clean again. Thanks a lot, Harry. At least they have the boards now. I should ask them to put them over the pit so we can get out of here. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's what we gotta do. Let's lay the boards across it. Becca and Nance, lay the boards across the punchy tech pointy pit. I gotta save too. All right, now you can get across the pit easy. Oh, the fuse box. Okay, so let's get over there. Let's get to the fuse box. I'll have them look at the fuse box to deactivate the panic locks. So this is the breaker console we've heard so much about. It's covered with switches, like hundreds of them. Yeah, Dr. Python seems to like go all out for these switches. You know what I mean? He just hit the switch, flip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Dr. Python might be an allegory for Drake. Who exactly? Sorry, that's not me. Who exactly do you think Dr. Python is, Harry? The genius that designed this place. Hold on. Guys, I'm having a thought. Now hear me out. Hear me out. I just, like, it just comes crashing into me in my brain right now. Just from this sentence. The genius who designed this place. What if I am Python and I have brainwashed. Oh, hold on here. Hold on. What if I am Python, the guy who designed this prison, and I brainwashed my superior officer into believing that they were my superior officer and that I was Harry and that I was to be brainwashed and put in control, so that way it would be like a Death Note situation where, like, when Light hands the Death Note over in that triple circle, so that he forgets he ever owned the Death Note in the first place, but he pieces the clues together so that way when he wakes up, he knows that it was him who was in charge the whole time. What if I am Python and I am having these people break me out and using my subordinate, who's actually my boss, but who's actually my subordinate, and I brainwash them into pushing me into this scenario? Who knows? Because then they're helping Python escape and get into the world. without them knowing. Who knows? Who knows? It could be. Could be. I'm just throwing darts. Apparently, he's also a writer, an artist, and a computer programmer. Be careful now. Don't go flipping switches at random. I'm pretty sure all the precinct's defense systems are wired to that console. I don't want you to flip a random switch only to get incinerated by a flamethrower. Harry, that's actually almost sweet of you. Hey, I got you this far, right? Can you check to see if there are any labels? Maybe across the rows of switches? Yeah, I see them. Tranquilizer gas, lunch GPT, panic locks. Wait, click the one that's the one that says lunch GPT. That's it. No, panic locks. Okay, panic locks for the shock tank. Panic locks for the entrances. Panic locks for block 3. That's it. We're in block 3. Flip the switch. Let me out, guys. It looks like all the. Yeah, lunch GPT. Isn't that hilarious, dude? The lunch GPT is the. There was sentient handcuffs in this game, and they were called handcuff GPT. It was so funny. The handcuffs needed like not only a key but like a verbal password confirmation. I also thought it would be funny if like they had like feelings, but they didn't. The handcuffs did not have feelings. You could not like insult them or interact or converse with them. But that would be hilarious. No, it was so funny. It's so funny. So it's like handcuff GPT and lunch GPT. So the lunch GPT is my lunch making machine. It makes me whatever I want. So this is set in the future. Also, I have a vape. Thank God I'm addicted. It looks like the breakers are all for block 3 are here. Hey, Becca, that's an interesting one. Oh, yeah. Surveillance systems for block 3. Wait, whatever you do, don't flip that breaker, or otherwise I'll... whoops. My hand slipped. Uh-oh. Lose communication with you guys. Man... Maybe my boss was right. Jeepers. Huh? Oh, they're here. Becca! Nance! Oh, wait. Why won't the door open? Didn't you unlock it? The door's only open from the outside. Harry, is that you? You look different than I imagined. Different in what way? Low-key look like my dad's, to be honest. Am I old? Anyway, that doesn't matter. You came to rescue me. Well, we came to discuss the possibility of rescuing you. That's pretty good, too. Fucked up, your door only opens from the outside, bro. Your life is like in our hands right now. You know, it never really occurred to me to check. Isn't life funny like that? So, Harry, in our interactions, you've revealed yourself to be not the absolute worst human being alive. You're less evil than you are just an idiot. That's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. Oh, thanks! Seeing as I only have memories that were implanted in my head from 2 days ago. What's up, Wilson? Hello, love. Wilson! Hey, if you want a copy of this game, I'm gonna give one away once I get to the end of it, so if you want, just keep hanging out here. Anyways, well, thanks. So what made you decide not to leave me to die? Well, let's see. Our relationship started with you telling us your name was Harry. Pervert-ass name for the record. I appreciate your attempt at building rapport, though. And then there was the whole fecal matter thing. Really made you look like a tool, Harry. You sent us our vapes, which we appreciated. I really appreciated that one, Harry. No, I get you. Dude, I have mine right here, please. I'm relatable. I may be a dad, but please. I may be your dad's age, so. Thank God for nicotine. Jesus Christ. Don't ever get addicted to vapes with nicotine. If you hit vapes, just do the ones without nic. You helped us get down the electrified fucking key, though. One of the few useful things you did for us. Straight up said there was no alternative to prisons. The moistest of All possible takes. You figured out the handcuff password? That was something? It wasn't nothing. In the end, though, Harry, you did the right thing. You told us about your handler and apologized. And that's when I told Becca we should try to spring you if we could. So we're thinking of springing you. Yes, thank God! I have friends! But we gotta check if you're cool first. Oh, I'm so cool! How much do you know about BIGMAC, Harry? Big Mac. The Bohemian intersectional grassroots movement against cops? Well, there. I feel like this is a loaded gun because if you were talking about the memories to which I was implanted with, I would answer that's a terrorist organization. Because that's what the cops would want me to believe, especially if my boss is the one in control. But if my secret objective is to get free, or if I'm actually just Harry, which that's what I'm most hopeful for, then I would say a resistance group, because that's all it is. Resistance group! You know, cool rebels! Fighting the man! Cool like you, huh, Harry? Close enough. You see, Harry, Big Mac are the ones who's coordinated today's attack. Not just on this prison, but on dozens of locations across the country. The simultaneous nuclear strikes designed to bring Dr. Python and Rocktown to its knees. How could you possibly know that? Wait, it can't be. Don't tell me you're members of... We're both card-carrying agents of Big Mac, baby. But you can't be Mackers! You're both too nice! Squad, Harry. We're not nice. We're rebels, again, agents who just told you they helped coordinate the largest nuclear attack in the history of the planet. Yeah, that isn't nice. Well, I still think you're nice. Despite the fact that you killed my imaginary cat. Don't bother trying to contact your handler, by the way. We cut the power to the intercom system at the same time we disabled the door locks. 2 weeks ago, we were sent on a secret mission to infiltrate Precinct 27 and tag the location of its communication cables so that the facility could be targeted by our drone weapons platform. We succeeded at tagging the cables, but unfortunately, we were apprehended by station security while making our escape. It's not a big deal. It's not ideal that we were still in the precinct at the time of the bombing, but we understood the risk when we accepted the mission. Yeah, this world does have its own. It has like an organization of ACAP. They actually said it before. I don't know if you saw that big lion that was out there, Bird, but the lion that's out there is canonically, that's Cop Lion or Lion Cop. 50% cop, 50% lion, 2 times the cop that any cop will ever be. And Cop Lion was so funny. It was so funny because the interaction, they were like, oh, don't you know ACLAB, A-C-L-A-B? And it was because all Cop Lions are bad. Shit made me cackle, dude. Really trying to make sense of what's going on. So clueless. Okay, Wilson, it's tough because you entered at near. We're getting to the end of the game. So, let me explain before we continue. Then, what is happening is that I am a police officer. I am a correctional facilities prison officer, and it is my second day on the job. On the second day on the job, there was a bomb that went off. A bomb that detonated this entire prison facility. And because that bomb went off, it cut communications and trapped me in this room. The only communications I had were directly with my boss, 27, who is in charge of this place, and with this room of prisoners. This one room where these two people here, who were both prisoners, were a part of. The cop that was with them got killed during the explosion. The only people that were left alive in there were these two. And my boss was like, you can't let them know about me. You have to get them to get out of, you have to help them escape that room and help them to make you escape. So that way you can help me escape. But right now I've kind of decided that I prefer these guys. I like these kids better than, but they did lie to me too. But whatever. That's regardless. So they, anyways, my boss lied worse to me because my boss told me this was my second day, has been brainwashing me for 2 years. But if you want to see like the cool details of like how that stuff happens, I'm happy to throw your name in and see maybe if you win a copy of the game at the end of this. That'd be cool if you wanted it. But that's kind of like the rundown is right now We're at a standoff. They could let me out, or they could choose to leave me in here if they decide that I'm a good cop or if they don't like me. Not a good cop, sorry. If they decide that they like me more than they dislike the fact that I'm a cop, part of this prison system. Sorry, that was the full rundown. So you're not really innocent teenage teens? We can be two things, Harry. We're complex human beings that have varied motivations. Misogynist ass. Anyways, like I said, we decided you're not the worst person ever to live. And Big Mac is an organization with Big Mac is an organization with fundamentally humanist goals. We're gonna spring you. On one condition. Your eye, Harry. We know you've been implanted with one of the Dr. Python's robot eyes like the rest of its deputies. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's so cool, right? I'm like RoboCop or like, I'm kind of like Cop Lion because I'm cool. No, Harry, it's not cool. It's a liability. If we keep you, if we let you keep it and you escape with us, it would reveal the location of Big Mac's headquarters if Dr. Python ever got back online. What do you mean, if you let me keep it? Don't you mean, Willikers? It's gotta go, Harry. If you want to catch a ride with us, it'll be -1 eyeball. While you were talking to your handler, we were able to jerry-rig a communication out of to our own people. There's a helicopter on its way to pick us up right now. We have a screwdriver, and we have a screwdriver we were able to find while looking for the exit earlier. It should do the trick. You want me to stab out my own eyeball with a dang screwdriver? There gotta be another way! There's no other way, bro. It's either that or you risk bringing Python back online. We can't take that chance. Not after everything we've been through. It's your choice. What's it gonna be? This is a large decision. And I don't make large decisions without hitting my vape first. Give me a second. Ugh, carcinogens. Delicious. Okay. I mean, we've come this far. I've already betrayed my boss, and I'll never get to pet Cop Lion, will I? I'm just gonna have to give up on my fake dreams because they were implanted anyways. It's either I stab my own eyeball out and join Big Mac, or if I refuse, I'm stuck in here, and then what? The game ends. Excuse to wear a cool-ass eye patch. You are thinking right, bird. We're gonna save. I want to see, and I like to save at like some of these complex points and see what happens when, like, if we go back and try the other routes, you know. Yeah, let's stab out your own eyeball. Let's join Big Mac. There's no way I'm not doing it. We've come this far. Let's go. Well, to be honest, I have been feeling pretty cheesed about this whole brainwashing and forced eyeball implantation thing. It was a little, I don't know, rude. I have all these memories that they aren't even real. Lucky Pete, the animal library, my childhood in a kindly but eccentric uncle's toy shop / candy factory. I guess I should have been a little skeptical of some of that. But I don't even know who I am. Not really. That's so sad, bro. Don't you want a chance to find out who you are, Harry? This could be a first decision as a free human being. No more conditioning lessons, no more surveillance. You could act along your own moral compass. I'm scared. Becca. I know it's the right thing to do, but I'm still scared. It's always scary to make a choice that's going to make you into a different person. Especially when that different person gets to wear a sick eye patch all the time. Isn't that fucking right? Hell yeah, man. But fuck, facing up to that fear is the only way to grow. No, that's facts, actually. It's always scary to make a choice that's gonna make you into a different person, but facing up to that fear is the only way to grow. That's a very true statement. You gotta admit, despite the silliness and the context of this game, they're really making a very powerful point here with that. Either we die by growing into different people, or we die by staying the same forever. Damn. Deep, bro. Hell yeah, wait. Don't listen to what I said. Just take out what I said and just listen to what Nance said. Deep. It's just deep, bro. You're right. I'll have to do this or else I'll be trapped forever on my second day at the precinct. It's no life at all. Send me the screwdriver. Brave shit, Harry. Give me a second to run back to the interrogation room and put it in the tube. I feel like something's gonna... Oh, okay. No. The fate is in your own hands now, Harry. We'll be right outside. Let us know when you've made your decision. What could I do? I have a gun. Use the screwdriver to stab out your robotic eye. That's metal as fuck. What would I be doing if I didn't do it? One last vape hit with 2 eyes before we hit the road. Let's do it. Ooh, I want to get out of the way so you guys can see it. Wait. As Harry held the point of the screwdriver towards his eye, the terrible finality of his decision began to ripple through his body. He would be Deputy Harry no more and would instead become something unknown, something new. An unfamiliar feeling descended upon Harry in that moment, as though enveloping him in a cocoon. The feeling of destiny. As if he were making a decision about his life whose transformative effects would echo not just in his own existence, but across history. It would only take a moment. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. Don't tell me I stabbed out the wrong eye. Guys, I got the right one. It was the right eye, right? We were supposed to hit the right eye. Not the... Oh, the left eye was robotic? A moment that seemed to last forever. And then, from the darkness, familiar voices. Holy shit, bro, I can't believe you actually did it. I thought for sure you were gonna cluck out. Holy shit. Harry, open your eyes. Open your eye. Open your eye. It's time to get out of here. With his one human eye, Harry saw the helicopter hovering above, its door open, a beckoning portal to a new life. Big Mac! Dude, look at the symbol on it. I love that. That's awesome. Come on, Harry. Pick up the pace, you fucking pervert. I already regret rescuing you. It seems there were already some things that would stay the same for Harry, but everything else was about to change. Yeah! Thank God. Look at that. That's huge. Andrew Greenstone. Andrew was here with us. We had Andrew and Sophie, sound programming and game design by Sophie, additional art by Jesse Mead. Jesse got fired. Kylie Sizbowski with writing and programming. Good stuff, Data. Look at this. Give me some hearts in chat on YouTube. Some hearts, some hundreds. Thank you. I loved this game. Andrew is still here. That's one of our game devs. He watched all the way through. Oh. Wait. Harry. Harry. Are you still there? Yeah! Never left. I just poked out my eyeball. I'm still here. But I don't really understand how. Isn't the game over? Oh, it's not over yet, Harry. You're still in the credits sequence. The post-credit scenes, to be specific. So it'll be over soon? Yes, Harry. It's all over soon. I just thought you'd be interested to know before the variables that make up your being are purged from memory and you're eradicated from existence that during this playthrough, you saw 64.25% of the dialogue in the game. There's still a lot to learn about the Dr. Python and his devious prison, it seems. That's because I picked one round. This playthrough? You mean I can do this again? You bet, Harry. Well, to be specific, the person who was controlling you could. You guys are so meta with this. But from your perspective, I don't think there's much difference. Anyways, this is it. Goodbye, Harry. It's been an experience. Be seeing you. Okay, Willikers. I love that that's the ending line. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was so cool and fun. Bird, you hit that right on the head. Having that kind of like concept that like wraps meta fourth wall break, wraps you into it. I only have good things to say about this game. First of all, this if Andrew Greenstone is over on YouTube and he watched this full playthrough with us, and he's one of the devs for this game. So if you're over on YouTube, just throw some hearts out for me here, because thank you, Andrew. Thank you for working on this really cool game. Just give me some heart reacts like that, because I think it's so cool when people put their whole, like, they put everything into it. And like, I loved every second of this. I can't wait on my next playthroughs when I do play it. I'm going to stop doing the voices myself. We're going to turn those voices on so we can hear and see all the rest of that work that was put in by Andrew and the rest of the team there. Like, I know that it's hard to wrap your mind around when a game is actually just really fucking good, and like a team of people put all of their effort into it to make it that way. And when it comes to like I'm gonna be real here for a second. When it comes to text-based games, especially that are like alternating around the like an adventure, a story, a horror of some kind of like psychological dilemma. I've played probably 40 or more of these text-based horror games on itch this year, and I'll say this is hands down, like by far exceedingly the best one, like the best, hands down. And it's just because every direction that was taken within this game just felt appropriate for it, and I hope it gets the respect I feel it earned and deserves across the board. I feel like I hope many people play this, because like you think the art is cool, and then you realize that like, oh, the art is cool because the sound design that accompanies it, that whoosh between the movement of the screen, it's so immersive and it captures you. And they did great jobs with capturing the effect. All the time you can hear Cop Lion, like anytime that you're nearby or watching through the camera, you can just hear him breathing. And that kind of involvement, that like the slight movement, it's just exactly what you want when you're thinking of a text-based story. Every time I play a text-based story on itch.io, it's always, I get set up with a scene that's completely static. There's no motion, there's no direction, there's no capturing of my intelligence, of my what I feel deserves to be happening on the screen. It's all left up to theater of the mind. And I'm not shitting on that. That's very real, and it's very hard to make these games. It's very hard to make a text-based interesting game. And I've seen a couple, but they all try to implement this strategy, which they nailed very perfectly, which is that things move. Things are alive on screen. The decisions you make feel like they have timing and impact, and they matter. And when you pair that, like I said, the sound design with the music that was given, they made the music themselves, they made the art themselves, all the characters, the dialogue, dude, like, it's just so, I feel very affectionate towards this game, and it was very cool, and I'm very excited to play it again, and to, you know, learn more about it. And I'm looking forward to whatever you guys do next. It was just such a cool experience for me. And I know that maybe for you guys as like game developers, you're like, oh, this is what we do this for, so people can enjoy it. This is what I do this for, is so that I can find games that are worth enjoying, and I can try my best to share them with other people.